Hello and welcome to this pre-recorded, live broadcast, to say the least, of the Teamwork Racing 2020 Championship Round 43, Race 2, with the FXO around Aston North reversed. As this race, in this case, happened yesterday, but just to test my renewed commentary skills, I guess, this time in English. For the LFS Speed public, let's rebroadcast this race. As we are about to start looking at WCL Boz with the reverse grid, of course, as the lights are about to go green, we have MRC's Talha on pole position, TCR Chris McElroy second, WCL Boss on third, Sony on fourth, King on fifth, sixth is Gigi Gustas, and we are go! Green flag is waved and a good start from Boss, who might actually attempt a overtake already, on the first corner, as we are still looking at Talha as the drivers enter the first corner. Boss with a brave dive on the inside, but there comes Chris McElroy from TCR on the outside, and as the cars all bunch up together, it seems to be that Chris McElroy from TCR is in the lead. Big battling here going on top of the Arouche, as GP already made it up to the top 21, as it seems. As the field is far from settling yet, we're gonna look at, I think, Upsas, who is here battling side by side with, collision there, as I'm struggling to see who is who at the moment. And there's an off there. There's off from GP, who went into the gravel after collision with another driver. Big bumping and bashing here and there. 5 wide here, up towards the 130 degree corner to the right, as Unite bashes himself towards the B2R cars. As Rickard Dole is making a slight progress as well. He started near the back, of course, with his reverse grid race, and is now next to B2R's twin, catching up with Yes Unite. And Boshida Valina, or otherwise Boz, losing out now to Gustas, and there comes on the inside, I think that's a kick, together with B2R Red. There they exit the corner. Oh, what a collision there. And Geroloco, and who is that? That's a Teamwork Racing driver. That is Texas getting spun around. I think with a collision with Geroloco indeed. As here we are looking at Bart's, currently the leading Teamwork Racing driver. Of course, Teamwork Racing and Yes Motorsports, an important battle for the team championship with just 1 round to go after this race. As Bart's attempts a dive on the inside with Minve, and Minve closes the door. Meanwhile, behind them, Renner Coots starting last, as of course winning the first race. He's already up to P18 here, battling with Phantom, Kid and Upsas. Whereas Ziban is also not far behind, already in P20, right behind Kid here, closely followed by Yes Unite. Ziban seems to have a good slipstream here on Kid. Will he go for the overtake in the difficult left and right chicane here? I think he might wait. No, he's going for it. No, he thinks better of it, luckily, as Kid has a little slide. Whilst we see GP here battling, Rickard Dole here battling with a lot of cars, as Ziban goes a bit on the glass, allowing Ricardo to go on the inside. On the inside is Ricardo and Ziban lets it happen, because he knows there's more important things to win than that position right now. As his nearest rival, GP, who he just has to finish 1 position in front of, is behind him right now. Although his mistake earlier on in the race, GP is catching up again to the pack ahead. Here we see Catilla and Koivunen battling. GP mixing himself into that. Going on the outside here. Whew. On the outside of Koivunen, I think it is. Ooh, slight collision, but he manages to... he slides wide after a small collision. And also, Botsi is battling in here. Great spectacle here. Something has happened in front of the group, whereas GP is now side by side with Ziban. And also Yannick Attila is mixing himself into it on the inside of GP. Yeah, it's a really important battle here, especially between G-Pete and Zeban, because Zeban finishes one position ahead of G-Pete. He is the world champion of this season. As we see Ayub getting pushed wide by Rick, and Rick gives a lunge to Zeban, and this is becoming a big fight now. Let's look at Ricardo, who is marching through the field together with Zeban. Ooh, collision there and some cars off. That is TC McElroy. Sadly has dropped back from the lead, which he earlier on in this race had. Now on the third lap, and there is Phantom on the inside of Red Bot, and somebody's going wide. That's McElroy. Oh, McElroy keeps it on the road, but sees a lot of cars passing by. Now on the outside is Zeban. And GP just slide by here. We also have Botsi, Cantilla, and Ayub all wanting a piece of this Chris McElroy. As G-Pete, Phantom, and Zeban side by side. Will G-Pete sneak it? Oh! Slight collision, but G-Pete is through. For now, Zeban is not champion. But Zeban, of course, will not give in very easily. And we see a car spinning there. That is a RP car from Red Preza. As G-Pete marches onwards. And also, Ricardo is still in the mix. Meanwhile, the guy who started on pole position for this race, in the reverse grid race, MRC's Talha, is actually doing quite well, holding on, I should say, to P3 for now. Behind him is B2R Red, Erotica, Upsas, Minve, Tautivas, Jana Dognalik here, close to Renault Koets. I guess holding up the faster Renault Koets, but that's allowed. This is racing, you gotta go past, and if you can get past, you will not get past. And here, ooh, a brave move by Renault Koets. He forces a bit of contact, but this is touring car racing. Brilliant move by Renault Koets here on the Dognalik as well as on Tautivikas, because he's passed both. Already up to P8 now. Great driving here by the young Estonian. Oh, and slight leg collision here with Minve. But for now he stays behind. As behind them there's a lot of gaggling going on here with Keraloco. I think, to see if I'm correctly. Keraloco's car seems to be a bit damaged. Could also be his paint. Yeah, this is paint, sorry. And let's go back to the battle for the championship as Kit is side by side with Zeban. Zeban should have the edge over him on braking on the outside. Unless Kit dares something on the inside, and he does. Whilst GP moves past MRC's kick. Brilliant scrap here, technically for the championship, although reasonably seen, GP cannot be champion anymore. Even though Zeban will not be champion as of now if the race finishes like this, he would have to score all the points next race and Zeban to score none, which is unlikely to happen. Anyways, there goes side by side. Already Zeban with Kick, and also Kid and Botsi are mixing themselves into it. 3 thick here up to this difficult chicane. Botsi is through, Kid is through, Kick is falling back. As it seems that was G-Pete. There, where is he? Oh! Whoa! Collision with Jardo Kralik and G-Pete, who seems to have got a little bit of a tap from Jardo Kralik, which dropped him back behind Jardo Kralik, of course, but also behind Zeban and Zeban and Kid was where he is now already past Kid again, but wow. From not being champion to currently in championship position for Zeban. In front of him is his temporary teammate Bouts, who is let's say a lone driver from Roda Preza. Bouts doing a really good job for Team Up Racing in the last few races here. And I'm sure he won't hold up Zeban too much. No, he already gives basically him the outside here. As well as to GP2, who's already back on the rear end of Zeban. Interesting. Whilst we've completely missed it, Renault Koets has moved up to 3rd position. There must have happened something here, because here is Erotica, here is Red, and here's Upsas. Really close to Talha and Ricardo. Ricardo, who puts it on the inside of Talha and is already through, it seems. Whilst Yes Unite is also very close up the rear of Rick and could put a move here. The battle for 3rd position in the championship is between these two drivers, Ricardo and Yes Unite. Unite shoves the car. No, United stays behind Ricciardo for now. Importantly so. Whilst a lot of battling seems to be going on here in the back of the field between Texas, Gerry Loco, Number and all kinds of people. Whereas Texas seems to have pulled out there. Sorry, who is that? That's Texas indeed. Whoa. Pushing, rubbing and racing. As we nearly missed it, but here's Renault Koets on the outside. No, collision! Collision between Renault Koets and Gustas for P2 in this race. Renault Koets gets off best and Gustas gets off worst. Oh, and a little more collision there as he rejoins on the track. Nearly ending the race of Talha, who had a big tank slapper there. But Ziban now in P9 as... Well, Kevin Pete is behind that in P12. For now, it looks like Ziban will be the champion of this series if the race ends like this. We are on lap, I think 5 out of 9 indeed. Oh, and Ricciardo is off! And Upsize is off! Must have had a collision there. And something big has happened. And here is Pete on the attack. Whoa! Who is that? Gustas? Gustas and his teammate Erotica battling it out really big time. And Botsi says thank you and passes on the inside. Oh! They're all cutting the track here. I don't think that's perfectly allowed, but they are doing so. As I'm going to look again towards this battle here. Kit and Todevicas. Oh, and a collision there between Red and GP. And GP just powers on the throttle. And therefore spins Red around to jump back all the way now to 11th. Soon 12th, as I think he won't be able to keep Upsas behind for long. And oh, Upsas gives a shove there to Erotica. And everything is happening in this race. Everything. I don't even know where to look, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm just going to put it on auto camera and hope we see the best. As GP now defending from Tautavicas. In front of him is Minve. Somebody he should be able to have, because that's the guy basically between him and Ziban. And if anybody, GP wants to be in front of Ziban and gets a slight touch on the rear there from Tautavicas. As here we are looking at Ayub from B2R and Koivunen from WCL, who dropped all the way back. Battling here with Texas from Team Up Racing. As Twin tried to put it on the inside there, entering the Rouge, that's not really the best ideal option. We have just, I think, 4 or 5 laps to go now. A lot of side-by-side action here. Whoa, this train behind, well, Phantom and Gustavs is insane, as a lot of collision. And side-by-side here is Ricciardo with B2R's Red. Incredible battles going on for the entire race. Cars going left, right and center. And here is Phantom in the middle of it. Going on the inside now of Gustas. Brave move, but a brave overtake it is, as well as Ayub instantly tries to put his car beside that as well. But Gustas does not give him the opportunity. And of course they're cutting through the gravel. As I'm gonna look at this battle here, as GP is closing up to Ziban. With also Botsi making a great well, march through the field here. Renault Koets will he be able to catch the leader, which is Sherlock from Global Gaming. The gap might seem big enough to keep, but I know Renault Koets has a lot of more pace in him than probably Sherlock does. With actually Yes Unite nicely in third, who was able to keep this position whilst all the mayhem happened behind them, I think, with Cardon and Upsas earlier on. With Ziban and Pete now really close to each other, also Botsi not too far away. As the Ricciardo is side by side with, I think this is Upsas. Ricciardo is on the inside, so should have the edge for the first corner. Still side by side into the braking zone, as we also see a Catilla diving here on Ayub and gets through. Does not get through. He has to margin back behind. As we will look now, as I think Ziban just went on the grass a little bit. And here, G-Pete has a good run on Ziban, who is instantly defending the inside or the middle of the racing line. Where to watch, because this is close, and Botsi is close, but you also see here, Ricciardo close with Kitten already through. Brilliant, scraps all over the field, sadly also sometimes collisions. Oh, and Nutella, he had nearly 3 wide in that corner with Erotica and Trespasser. Trespasser, the Yes driver who basically signed for Timac Racing after he was racing for the Yes, so we opted for him to stay racing for the Yes for the entire season. And he had 3 cars in one corner, forced themselves through Telha. Not so nice for Telha, but hey, he's still in the race as here is Yes number. And oh, get a loco. That was a loco move, and he makes 3 positions with that. And I do not agree with that overtake by Gero Loco, because he went through the gravel and still makes up a lot of positions there. Anyways, back to this fight between G-Pete is passed. What has happened to Ziban as both Botsi and G-Pete are past Ziban for P5 and P4. And also Ricciardo here now is closing in, so this would mean that as of now, Ziban is not the world champion of the Timac Racing Championship 2020 as of now. As we look at Renault Koots, still quite far from Sherlock. Let's see a battle here going on. Yes, indeed, between Phantom and Red Bottoms, as he calls himself. There he goes on the inside of Phantom. Clean overtake, unless he will hit the GG car here. No, he doesn't. Great braking there by Red and past Phantom. With Phantom instantly attacking again on the inside of a Rouge. What becomes the outside on this part. Oh, collision and a little push. Phantom going wide. Yeah, and Ayoub here. Profiting from that possibly, because the exit from Phantom was of course horrible. But then Ayoub goes on the grass, and no way getting past there. Ahead there, between Catilla and Upsa, a big fight I thought to see. As Yoni Catilla, is he going on the inside here? Nope, he's gonna wait. Maybe he can do so in the entrance to the 180 degrees corner to the right. Well, there is indeed something happening ahead. We have here Kit and Upsas, Kit and Tautvikas. Kit past Tautvikas on the inside. And what about this battle? G-Pete, Botsi, which is from Siders of course, Ziban and Cardo. You technically have the entire top 4 in a train here for the championship. Whereas Ziban is of course the leader in the championship, G-Pete second, who is leading this train. And 4th in the championship right now is Ricciardo, and potential 3rd still. And here he goes, dive from Ricciardo on the inside. Is that going well? Oh. He's on the inside of Ziban, but Ziban does not give up that easily. He was actually nearly on the inside of his teammate there. As I'm going to look at the battle for the lead as we enter the last lap, which is close indeed, which is close. The battle for lead is closing in with 1 lap to go by now. I think this is indeed the last lap. And another Koots really close to Sherlock. Yes, Unite too far behind to make an attempt at the win, but here, the battle for the championship between G-Pete and Ziban. Ziban is now behind. For now, Ziban is not champion. A little sliding there by Botsi, and Ricciardo tries to go on the inside of Ziban but does not make it. As here Botsi and G-Pete really close to each other. This train of cars is very important for the championship. G-Pete now in 4th position, could technically still win it if he stays ahead of Ziban. There is Botsi. Botsi in the slipstream of G-Pete. Will he make a move here? Yeah, he will make a move. He's on the inside. Oh, G-Pete, are you gonna stick it, mate? G-Pete, a little collision there, and both stick it, but Botsi is through. Also side by side between Cardol and Ziban, and oof. Ziban just manages to hang on to it. Ziban now just right behind G-Pete. If he goes past, Ziban is the world champion of this series. If not, he is not. Yet, because it's unlikely that Ziban will not score points during the next round, which is the BF1 at Kyoto, I think 32. So, but still, if there is a margin and a gap for not being champion or being champion in this case for GP, you always want to keep it that way. As Cardone is attempting a really brave move here on Ziban. Oh, side by side through the S's. Insane battle here between Ziban and Ricardo. Ricardo does stick it. Ricardo on the inside. Is he gonna outbreak? He's gonna outbreak Gavin Pete. No, he didn't decline, and he hits his teammate. And no, are you kidding me? Ziban and G-Pete side by side, 2 corners to go. This is for the championship, ladies and gentlemen. Will Ziban keep it? Well, G-Pete's on the inside here. Should stick it and shove it to the outside here. Nobody does. He respects his teammate. And there's Ziban on the inside for the last corner. Will this be? This will be the championship decider. A lunge from Ricardo, which went wrong, and eventually even eliminating his teammate, claims here the championship for Ziban, Jan Wachowski, because G-Pete was 1 position behind, the 1 position he could not lose. And Ziban is the new champion of the Team Rocket Racing Championship. Well done, Ziban. He kept his nerves cool in the most important moment, where Ricardo pulled out as soon as I can see, this a really opportunistic move. But he did it. Jan Wachowski, 2020 champion of the Team Rocket Racing Championship. And some names have gone before him, including myself, Walter Lemmens. A certain Tommy Østgaard. And now it is Jan Wachowski, champion of the year-long TRR championship in level speed. As of course the last cars are finishing. I think we have everybody across the finish now. We still are waiting for about a really badly damaged car, by the way. But yeah. This was a very, very exciting championship. Well, a very exciting last round, I should say. Last round where the Drivers' Championship could be decided. If you look at the results, of course, we have ES United finishing 3rd for ES Motorsports. But of course, the both TRR drivers in Ziban and GP really close on the top, and the next ES driver is further away. So it's not done yet for the Team Championship, of course. Come back next week to see how it evolves then.